Thank you so much. This was so unexpected. This is my youngest daughter, Kaylee, and this is my oldest daughter, Allison. When we arrived at the rally on July 13th, my husband was so excited. He just absolutely loved Trump. It's all he talked about, him winning. And when we left as a family of three. When he was shot, my two kids both witnessed it. We were all together. And I'll never forget my oldest daughter's face, holding his head wrapped in a towel that somebody threw down to us. And she said, "Mom, help me." And I'll never, ever forget her face. It's been a long road. For 2 months, I don't even think I functioned. The community has been wonderful. The entire United States has been wonderful. I got cards from the entire United States. I did get hate mail. And the hate mail came because I refused to take Biden's call the next day. So I had a feeling from the moment that it happened that it was a conspiracy. And I refused to take that call because I didn't want to look like an idiot later when it came out that he had set this up and that it was him. There were 2 Secret Service people on the roof right behind us, and he got off 9 shots. 9. Before they got off 1. And it just makes me sick that they allowed that to happen. And they are going to pay for it. And I am going to fight for my husband because he deserves justice. He deserves the world. He was a hero before this happened, but he is definitely a hero now. The night before he was killed, we went to the Chris Stapleton concert, and my youngest daughter, we were with her friends, and she pulled out a picture. It was his high school graduation photo that he had given to me. So back in the 90s, you know how you wrote on them, and you wrote, BFF forever, all that stuff. Well, he wrote on there, that you're my best friend, and I love you, and all this stuff. So she read it to everybody. And I looked over at him, and he actually was crying. And I said, "What's the matter?" And he goes, he said, "You're my best friend, and I just love you so much." And when we went into the concert, he held my hand the whole time. And when our song came on, he danced with me, and he never did that stuff in public. Never. That was not him. We had the best night ever. And I'm just sharing this because I feel like God gave me a gift. Like he knew it was going to happen, and he just gave me the best gift because we had the best night ever. And not even 24 hours later, he was dead. But President Trump has been great. He has been so good to our family. He has just been amazing. He did call me right away, and he called me every day for almost 2 weeks. And he has just been so good to our family, and I'm so grateful for him, absolutely grateful for him. The call from Biden would have been, I'm sorry for your, what happened, and blah, blah, blah. And whatever. I probably would have been like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. But President Trump called me the entire 2 weeks and on, and continues to take care of my family. And I'm so grateful for him. So thank you for having me, having our family. Do you guys want to say anything? Go ahead. Go ahead. Say something. Go ahead.
We didn't know we were supposed to say anything. But I also just, I'm thankful for our opportunity to be here. When tragedy hits, when you lose somebody, that's the first thing. The first piece of advice people give you is call your family. Let them know that you love them. And just the other week, I was in the car, which is where I do my best thinking usually, and I remembered a day. It was actually the year that both of us had a graduation. I was graduating from nursing school, and she was graduating from high school, and our graduations were one day. I was graduating one day, she was graduating the next, and my mom was getting ready in the bathroom. Kaylee was somewhere, but I was in the kitchen with my dad, and he said, I just can't believe both of my kids are out of high school. And I said, yeah. And he goes, you're about to graduate nursing school and have a real job with benefits and a real paycheck. And I said, yep. And he goes, and she's going to be a nurse, and she's going to have a real job, and I'm not going to go to soccer games anymore. And I said, yeah, that's how it works. And he goes, and he looked at me and he goes, I don't know, Allison. It just wasn't supposed to go that fast. And I was thinking about that, and it just, our whole life with our dad, it wasn't supposed to go that fast. So when people say, life can change in an instant, it really can. So that's all I have to say.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I'm Corey's youngest daughter. I know you have all heard so much about my dad, but no words, nothing could portray to you guys how much he meant to us and how much of a phenomenal dad he was. He always pretended like he had a very tough exterior and that emotions, he didn't feel those, but when it came to me and my sister, he would cry like a baby, and he was just so protective of us, and he was so proud of us, and he instilled so much strength. And something so important about my dad was he loved God first, he loved his family, and he loved his country. And I am so beyond honored to be his daughter, and we are going to carry his legacy with us. And we just appreciate everybody, all of the support, and we are just honored to be here. So thank you.
I have to say, ladies, your strength is an inspiration to all of us. And thank you so much for being vulnerable and being willing to share with all of us and your pain. I'm happy to announce that we, as the Patriot community, and with the statue, both the temporary and final pedestal will include a tribute to Corey Comperatore. So that as long as that giant bronze statue stands, Your dad and your husband will be remembered. It's the least we could do.
So much.